What's up, guys? If you don't know already, Kenta Nishimoto just took out Felix Burestedt in a three-set fiery match. He won 14-21, 21-7, and 21-14. An incredible match. Great performance from both players. In the first set, Felix was able to win with a 21-14. And he came out firing on all cylinders, right? And he was ready to go. He, obviously, if you watch the game, you can tell that his main strategy was pushing Nishimoto to the back court and then using his point smash, or what we would say in Chinese is dian sha, but he would use point smash, especially the overhead point smash cross court to Nishimoto's backhand to win the point. And I think that's what really set him apart from Anderson from yesterday, because Anderson would use more hard smashes, which Nishimoto had a better time receiving because he was already standing towards the back. And Felix instead used point smashes, which really put him in the at an advantage in the first set. And I think it kind of took Nishimoto out of his rhythm a little bit. He wasn't really used to it right away. And the first set went really quickly in Felix's favor, right? And now we go into the second set when it gets really fired up and Kenta starts getting in a rhythm. And it's really interesting to see how Felix tried to change up his strategy, right? Because his main strategy, like I said in the beginning, was pushing Nishimoto to the back and then going for the overhead point smash cross court, or sometimes he'll go for the forehand. But most of the time, if you see it, most of his points came from the overhead point smash to the cross court backhand for Kenta. And it worked really well, right? And for the second set, the reason why Kenta won that set was because he himself started using point smash, because I think he realized, right, like that it was working against him. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna use it as well. And it was working really well against Felix, especially because Felix is so tall, right? And the point smashes will require you to stay really low to the ground to try to get those and receive those shots. And it became really tough for Felix. At the same time, the reason why the score, I believe, was so such a big difference, it was 21-7, because obviously they're both good players. Usually a score will be a lot closer. I believe the reason why the score was so far apart was because Felix started changing his strategy, and instead of point smashing with his overhead, what he began to do was he started smashing straight sometimes, right? Like a regular smash straight. And I understand what Felix was trying to do, because normally in a game, when something works really well, especially for a whole set, usually your opponent starts predicting. Like, he probably thought that Nishimoto was ready for the cross court point smash that he always does with his overhead. And Nishimoto was, you can tell he was, getting ready for it more. But smashing straight for Felix was definitely not the best option, especially when he sees that the first few that he smashes straight, Nishimoto would easily cross court it, and it would immediately put Felix at a disadvantage, and he would be really off balance, you can say. But if I was in his shoes, I would instead, maybe go for a drop, like a straight drop, right? And then go for the point smash again, right? Back to it. Because then if you go for the straight drop, right, the point smash will be the next one farthest away from Nishimoto, right? Or Felix could have went for like a straight clear, right? That would have been fine to reset the rally and try to start over again if you're not feeling great with your overhead, if Nishimoto pushed it really far, right? And the last option, which I believe is one of the better options, is actually just smashing Nishimoto straight to his body, more towards like your right, like armpit area, right? This part. If you watch the game, in the first set, towards the end, Felix actually did one of those shots. He, instead of going for the point smash cross court with his overhead, he smashed directly to Nishimoto's like this area, right? His his right shoulder, right? Because he's right-handed, and it worked great. It was an immediate kill, and it was a very smart, right? And I think just Felix kind of didn't do well on the adjustment when his strategy was starting to get figured out by Nishimoto, right? And now we go into the third set. Now the third set was really close. Like, they were going kind of like really up and down, building up to it, and it was really exciting to watch, by the way. And Kenta, he continued to use the point smashes, which is still very useful, right? But the thing that set like Kenta up for the last set, and I think it really pushed him to winning the game, was he started really catching the front. Like he would, instead of lifting or pushing all the time to Felix, he just started catching the top, the front court at the top, and then make Felix play the front game, which we can tell from most rallies that Felix struggled, especially in the front against Kenta, and I think Kenta figuring that out gave him the edge, because what happened was Felix also reverted back to the point smash in the third set a lot more. He started using a lot more, and it worked. Every time the bird goes up for Felix, it was like a 80% chance that the point smash was going to work, and it would either put Nishimoto at a really big disadvantage, or it would just be a direct kill, right? But the front court really messed Felix's game up. It kind of messed up his rhythm a little too. You can tell. That's what also, I believe, gave Kenta his confidence and his rhythm in the end. Like you can tell he was feeling himself in the end compared to Felix. Even though he was using more point smashes, sometimes he would still go for the straight smash. And when he would go for the straight smash, you can kind of tell it wasn't really like a strategy to change, but it was more of like he felt good with the straight smash, and he felt like it could like do some damage, and it might take the point. And I think that has a lot to do with his emotions, because if you see his face like during like some of the like after some rallies, you can tell that he really wanted to win that round. And I think he started to rush a little bit towards the end, and even though he was aggressive, which is great, he wasn't as efficient as he was in the first round, as the first set, right? As he was in the first set. And you can tell that sometimes with the overhead, he would just use his body weight to go for the straight smash, which normally would be a really good shot, and it would do a lot of damage. But in this case against Nishimoto, it just didn't work as well. And Nishimoto would do a quick cross court right to the front, and Felix would be really off balance, right? And it would be easy for Kenta to catch the net, right? Catch the net, and then Felix would have to try to catch the net with him. And then obviously Felix couldn't like catch at the top anymore because Kenta had the advantage, right, running to the front. And so I think that really pushed Kenta to win that game. But overall, like, Felix played incredible, especially the first set. He did extremely well. The point smash really works. And I think for the next player playing Nishimoto, which I believe is the 16th seed from Thailand, if I'm not wrong, if I were him, I would really watch this game, because I think Felix has some really good strategies that worked against Nishimoto, including the point smash, pushing him to the back, finding the opportunity to attack. But the point smash is actually really tough to hit. And actually, when you see Nishimoto start using the point smash, I personally believe, this is just my personal opinion at this point, but I personally believe Nishimoto's point smash overhead was a lot more efficient and fast, like a lot faster than Felix's, right? And it was really beautiful to watch. And but if I was the Thailand guy, I would really study this game and see what Felix did, because he did some really good stuff against Nishimoto. And Nishimoto, obviously, congratulations to Nishimoto. He really adjusted well. He didn't let the first set take hold of him emotionally or mentally, and he just kept pushing through it, and he figured it out. He was like, I'm gonna make adjustments second set, and I'm gonna keep making adjustments third set, right? And Felix, I think he just messed up on the adjustment part. He could have adjusted a little better, right? And he definitely had a chance to win. He had a good strategy coming in, but couldn't finish the game. And congratulations to Nishimoto once again. He played extremely well. And I believe, if Nishimoto beats the 16th seed, he definitely has a chance. He's going to play against Momota. That's going to be a really tough match. That match will be definitely really hard for Nishimoto to win, but he definitely has a chance. He's really in his game this year, I think. I can't wait to see his future games. Oh, want to mention, congratulations to Felix. He played an incredible game. Even though he lost, looking forward to seeing him play in other tournaments in the future. Keep working on his game.